Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
So, having talked about the lawful visitors, now let's talk about the unlawful visitors. Okay. Now, the unlawful visitors are just basically trespassers. People who are entering onto your premises or who are coming onto your premises without your permission and whose presence on your premises you resist. The general rule is that you owe no duty to that kind of person. So you owe no duty to trespassers. They take the premises as they find it. If they come onto the premises and there's a large manhole on the compound and they fall inside and they break their neck, that is their problem, right? You will not be liable for their injuries. And it was first established in a case called Addy versus Dambrick, where a 4-year-old child enters into a haulage system that was defective. He got injured and the court said that no duty of care was owed him. And so the managers of the haulage system could not be liable. This rule was modified in the case of Harrington versus British Railway Board. It still stands, except that in Harrington versus British Railway Board, the court said that if you knew that a trespasser is likely to come onto your premises by the very nature of the premises, you knew or ought to have known that a trespasser was going to come onto your premises, you owe a duty to prevent injury to that trespasser. And that duty, at the very least, required that you take reasonable steps to enable the trespasser to avoid the injury. By the way, the facts in Harrington versus British Railway Board was similar to Addy versus Dambrick, still involving a child. But then in this case, the child walked into a live railway line and then he ended up suffering injury and eventually dying. So the court said that there were a number of considerations, including that when it comes to children, you reasonably do not expect them to have the ability to foresee harm, let alone protect themselves from it. So the court thought that even for trespassers, you owe them a duty of common humanity. So you shouldn't unreasonably cause injury to the trespasser, and you should at least take steps to assist them to avoid the danger. This duty does not arise until you are aware of the danger on your premises or until you are aware of the defect on your premises which is likely to cause injury to the trespasser. This is where we end today's video on occupiers liability. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in another video as we discuss another area of the law. Bye.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.